There we go. Oh. We are live. Hey guys, we are live and we are actually on time. I mean, mine says 6:01. Did you turn the volume up?
Yes.
And of course, the cats have to start scratching something right as we start. Go figure. But we're basically on time. That's a miracle. That is a miracle for us. We always have some little hiccup. Hi guys, how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? My hair looks a little frizzy. That's okay. Y'all can deal with it or not. Okay. How you guys doing? Who's here with us? We have a live chat.
Hello.
Have you guys had a good week?
What is up?
Have you guys had a good week? I did take an ibuprofen because my neck was at the last hour. It was like, oh my god, like I was running around with yeah, and my neck started to hurt a little bit. I was like, I don't really think I have ibuprofen. Dino, it's going well.
Hello.
Awesome, Dino. You having a better week than we're having?
It's just very weird.
If you guys, well, you're one of our YouTube members. I don't know if you saw that picture, but we have had a very weird week. Very weird week. As soon as more people start to come in, we'll recap it quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't have lip gloss, do you? I have a lip gloss today. Oh, that's good. Every time these lives start, my nose starts itching, so I don't know who is really talking about me, but I hope it's good stuff. Yeah, Dino, we're glad you're here with us. Can you hear us? The thingies.
The rain. It was not rain. It's because the neighbor she had stacks of stuff on her sink, and she had a plug, and she plugged up the sink, and so all the water came out. Like just flooded the sink and on the floor, and it went through the floor to the ceiling, and the ceiling collapsed.
Yes. Hey Joseph, happy no daylight savings. We're gonna lose an hour of sleep. So does that mean we have to go to bed earlier? Oh boo. I'm a night owl, kind of a night owl sometimes.
Let me know if you get a code so I can get in.
Huh?
Let me know if you get a code.
Oh, here, maybe so. Here. Yeah. So what Danny said, it's oh my god. The maintenance guy showed me the picture of her sink. She had so much bottles of product just in the sink with the, like, so, the little stopper, like when you're going to fill the sink. Well, she had that pulled up. And first, I don't know why. First, I got thinking about it. Why did she have the water on when she had all that crap in the sink?
Oh, yeah, she left for like hours.
But she had crap in the sink, but yet still had the water running. So that means everything was getting wet in her sink. Why would, I don't know. Anyways. So yeah, she was gone for like who knows how many hours. And it just moved over into her bathroom and through, because it was weird because I was doing some work and I heard like some drip, right? And so I went to the little closet where the little, what do you call it? The AC unit is or whatever. And I could see something dripping from that. But I thought, you know how sometimes the unit, especially we don't live in like in a new complex, that it could freeze. So I thought, did it freeze? Because we've had hot days. Like today it's 101. It's so hot. And then the next day it'll be like 70. And then and then the water was like coming out from underneath that. So I thought it was that. So I like text, like management and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, this is happening. And they don't even respond. Like literally I've got water like flowing out. I've got like laundry kind of sorted in that area. So like everything, the clothes and stuff that were there being like got soaked. It did kind of stop it. It kind of used it as a barrier, but all that got soaked and disgusting and gross. Well, anyways, so then I kept monitoring it or whatever, and then I went into the bathroom for a minute and I looked and I saw the door frame. There was like water, and so then I really looked up and I'm like, oh my god, the ceiling is wet. And I don't think I exited out of the bathroom.
You were gone for like a minute, and then I saw like a whole
you heard
water,
that.
And I was like, "Wait, Mom!" I was like, "What happened?" You came over, and the ceiling had collapsed.
And the ceiling had collapsed. So that's what the maintenance guy said, that it was because of my upstairs neighbor. Yay! Didn't make me happy. And then it literally took me. Even with the water coming out, that's how sometimes like renting sucks. Like they're so super nice to you at the beginning, right? Because you're like new, and then all of a sudden, sometimes with maintenance issues, they take their time. But I'm like, if water is literally like flooding, then you think they'd be on it, right? So then I texted again, emergency. I emailed. I put in the maintenance request. And then once the ceiling collapsed, I literally I called them and I was like, "This is going on. Like you need to set." And then they text like, "Oh, maintenance is on their way." What was it like?
An hour.
An hour. Danny documented everything, just right. But like it took them like an hour to get here, and by that time, like the bathroom was flooded. It was just it was a mess. It was a mess.
It was really bad. It was disgusting.
And yeah. So that's where they're. So they have to let it like dry.
So it's not moldy.
Right, dry out. Yeah, because God forbid we don't need mold on top of it. Plus, it's more money for them, so that's all they really care about too. The management. And then Monday they're going to come and fix it. So yeah, but it was weird because it started out weird because on Monday, SN,
hello,
hey, we haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Or wondering where you were. We were like, is he okay? Monday it started out weird because I was having some issues. Well, no, it happened over. I think.
Oh yeah, the lights went out.
Well, no, I think I talked about it. Remember, I got that weird charge over the weekend from the bank.
Yeah, and then the lights went out because it was windy outside.
Oh yeah. But before that, it was trying to do the rent, private rent online, and it was being problematic, which caused me to be late, which I was basically like, you need to waive my late fees. And they're like, well, talk to the owner. Ugh. I hate going through like real estate. I don't think I'll ever go through like a real estate place to do this again. But yeah. And then like Danny said, it was like that whole Monday, it was so windy, like terribly windy here. And then like 11 something, we completely lose power. And, for a couple hours, it's supposed to be till 3 a.m. So then there was 2. They always say it comes in 3s, right? And then Thursdays when the ceiling.
It's really weird. Well, yeah, I forgot about your biking in Daytona.
Oh, did he tell us about that?
I think he told us. That makes sense. We were like, SN, are you okay?
I know, we were like, are you okay? Hey, I bet that was a good time. Cool. Nice.
If you didn't, then I just
like bike, like motorcycle, right?
I assume. I feel like SN told us, but I'm not sure.
My brother's biker, not like Joseph. I know, Gene Hackman. Did you guys see the latest on that? It was so sad. That's what I assume. Well, my brother does biking, like bicycle, and then he does like motorcycle. Did you guys hear the latest on him? That like it was his wife had some I don't know, some mouse rat disease, something that she got sick from. So she died first, and then he literally 1 week was just like there, and then they said he had the heart disease and Alzheimer's, so he probably didn't even know that like she passed away or what was going on or whatnot.
Oh my God, lady upstairs.
So sad. If you hear stomping, it's because she's annoying upstairs. That was so sad. I know, you guys, it has been such a crazy week. Joseph, we actually have the movie. We talked about it last weekend. What was the movie we were doing with Gene Hackman? It was Ants?
Yes. Well, my paper was here.
Oh, over here. There. I think. We voted on it. So we're gonna do a tribute movie. It's just that this week has been really off with everything that happened. And last week of the month, first week of the month is always really crazy for me. She finished up term, so she's got a little bit of a break. So we're gonna try to get caught up with stuff. But we're gonna do a tribute movie. We voted on it. So Michelle Trachtenberg. We're doing what was her movie? Oh, Inspector Gadget.
And then we're doing Cujo because that won the poll. And
then Cujo, but then we also had the one Galaxy Quest we have to do a watch along. Yeah. And then after the live tonight, we're gonna do Rocky 4. And kind of
just waiting for school to finish.
Yeah, it's just this week we got like absolutely no recording done whatsoever. I have excuse me. Last weekend I wrapped up season 1 of Night Court.
Finishing.
And yeah, I just need to edit that and I'll have that out tomorrow. So just bear with us. This week has been insanely just weird. Just weird. So yeah, that's where we stand right there with all that. But we have a lot to get caught up on. If you see me looking over there, it's because I have the list of stuff, but we have a lot to get caught up on. We really got far behind. I mean, we still have to do my birthday movie, which was in November, right? And that's Cascade.
And mine's next month.
Yeah, and Danny's birthday's in April. SN's birthday's in April too.
Yes.
So we're gonna do something the Saturday before her birthday, but then we realized that Sunday is Easter. So I don't know how many of you guys will be with us on that Saturday. But
we
whoever
can do it afterwards too.
So I don't know if we should do it before or afterwards. But right now we don't have.
Well, because my birthday, it's like it's very close to the Saturday.
I mean, we still might have people here. Maybe it'll be a holiday weekend. Maybe we have more people because you don't do anything really on Saturday. It's just Easter Day, right? So we'll think on that one. But if you've been asking, we don't have the P.O. box set up yet. There is a link I put in the description for the live, which is Danny's Amazon birthday, Christmas, whatever list. But you can also send whatever off of the Amazon if you want. Again, obviously you don't have to, but if you want, we just kind of want to do something. We've had a challenging couple of years.
Yeah.
She's sacrificed a lot, and I feel like she deserves a really nice birthday. So, anyways, let's see. So we talked about that we're doing Rocky IV because we're like, you've been wanting to do that, especially with Quantum Leap. Remember it ended where the next episode is going to be the boxing.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
So Rocky IV, and then we'll do Galaxy Quest is the next watch along. We hope you guys are watching our watch alongs on Patreon. Again, you can't see them; you can only hear them and see us. But a lot of times you can find the movies. Like, what was the last one we did? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That one was on Tubi. You can add the link if you want. Did you get in?
I can't get in. I don't know.
What is it asking for?
Password. I don't know what the password is.
Oh, N.
Well, I tried that. It won't let me in.
Oh, R?
No. It won't let me in. I don't know.
Capital?
Well, I tried that and it didn't.
Oh, no. S. Oh, this one. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. But sometimes you can find the movies like Tubi for free or whatever streaming platform. Nothing?
No, I got in. I'm waiting for it to confirm.
I didn't remember what it changed to. What else do I have to talk about? So, Gene Hackman will do the tribute. We're going to try with Danny having these 2 weeks off.
Hopefully.
In between there, whatever. I mean, she's got, her own life too, but try to get like some more, at least ahead. Mm-hmm. And editing is just, you guys, you don't even, you probably do know, but editing is, it's really bad lately. I really thought, okay, I don't know how many of you guys watched it's meant to be Terrible Movie Tuesday, but we couldn't get it edited in time, so Terrible Movie Thursday for this last week. Mm-hmm. Garbage Pail Kids, not a good movie. You'd think they'd want the attention? Pain in my arse. Mm-hmm. That one was really bad. That one took forever. The next terrible movie we're doing is Monster and Go-Go.
Yeah, I don't know
what that one's about, but that's the next one. So we have a lot. We got to get in another Quantum Leap.
Terrible movie wasn't a good movie. I'm sure. This movie sucked.
It's terrible. Oh my god, it was awful. I just don't understand. I mean, I guess maybe in the 90s, if you were all into collecting the garbage pail cards or whatever, you would get it. But the pee-pee boy and the booger lady, the booger girl, and it was just, again, I know what the concept they were going for. It was just really
poorly executed.
Terrible. So we'll try to, and then I'm gonna be starting season 2 of Night Court. So I'll get that edited. Most likely, probably not tonight, but I'll get it edited tomorrow and hopefully out tomorrow or Monday. Or we're just trying to do our best. But if editing would really cooperate, we would have more things out. I re-put out. I even put out the Garbage Pail Kids on. Okay, brain fart on this. I'm here on Rumble.
I was like, what are we
on Rumble before I even could get it out here? If it takes too long, sometimes I'll just throw it out on Rumble. But seeing Body Snatchers 1990.
Nope, that was our first time watching the one of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers movies because we did the 78. Was it 78?
Yeah, that's what
we didn't do the original because they wanted us to do the 78.
Right.
So that's the only one we've seen.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know. I mean, if
you want us to watch it,
is that one worth it?
If you want us to watch it, I'm not opposed.
We're not opposed. Where was I going with? I was trying to say. Oh, and then I had Quantum Leap episode 3 out quite a while on Rumble because I said I was just going to put it on Patreon and Rumble, but then I did get it past copyright, and so it's currently on YouTube. I had to get it down in 19 minutes, so please don't complain. That's the best I could do with that one. There was a lot of music.
You're getting what you're getting.
Yeah. So I'm trying to redo the first 2 episodes because they're partially blocked and in the US and Canada they're blocked. So I'm gonna have to cut that one down. I'm trying to cut that one down. We're also trying to get Cape Fear, the OG one, back out and re-uploaded. It was out like over a year ago. And then so that was such a good movie. We had such a good reaction to that. And what else am I? Oh, and then Coraline from October.
He was getting blocked.
Was blocked, so I'm working to get that one back out as well. It's funny because what was the one I was telling you that got blocked? Oh, The Strangers. And we had put that one out literally. It was like a year ago this month, and I disputed it, and they took off the block. So I was like, okay. So I guess if it had been out, or it just maybe depends on the production company, but yeah, they released the block on that. So I was like, okay. But if copyright would cooperate, we could get stuff out really fast and on schedule. But it's just right now, it's just kind of hard to do between juggling everything, you know. And Danny's got a whole. I don't know if any of you have seen For All Mankind on Apple Plus.
I know I have to edit it. We can't get going through this again.
And she's got we recorded all of season 1 a while ago. She's got to edit it. I think you edited episode 1.
I already started editing it.
And that was it, right? So
we can't keep going through this. I know I have to edit it.
She has a music video, The Lumineers. It's edited. She just needs to listen to it before she. That one's on hold too. So some busy stuff. Miss Danny's got.
I'm busy.
She's got
I was busy. Okay.
Did you see Cape Fear Night? No,
We only saw the original.
Just the original. I feel like, Joseph, the 1991 one would be way more kind of like, not graphic. Graphic than the OG one. I don't know. You tell us.
It's Robert De Niro, but that's it.
Does it have
Nick Nolte? Was it Nick Nolte?
Pull it up. I'm not sure.
I swear.
Who is in the 1991 one? I'm just telling you, Robert Mitchum.
He's scary for no reason.
Very scary in the OG.
Just one. Like he reminds me of like Christian Slater can be kind of scary.
Yeah, and depending on the role.
I'm like give me a little creepy.
For sure.
It's Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte. Who else?
Jessica Lange.
Does she play the wife? The wife.
Yes, and then Juliette Lewis.
The daughter. So who plays the creeper guy? Robert Mitchum.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, Robert De Niro plays him.
Well, Robert Mitchum's in and Gregory Peck are in it for like smaller roles.
Oh, are they? That's too funny. What was I gonna say? Oh, the one who always seems like he's so frightening, and he probably is really nice, is John Malkovich.
Yeah,
right. He always seems like he's.
I think it's just because he's kind of dry.
Yeah, it was more graphic, right? I mean, we're not opposed. Like, I don't. Here's the thing with watching like remakes movies, and we've talked about it before. Refused to do Roadhouse just because Patrick Swayze died.
Twisters sequel.
So well, not
sequel.
And like Danny said, Twisters because Bill Paxton died. Won't do those. Will not do those.
I feel like I would just feel weird watching it because they're not in it. You know?
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right. Because it's just different. Like, this one is just, it ended. He went to jail. Okay, you know what? I don't know. Are they even worth watching? I don't know. Sometimes I like the OG ones.
We got 2 Oscar nominations.
That would rule out a lot of good ones. Oh, a lot of. I mean, not sequel. Well, not. I don't want to say not sequel. Remakes. Sequels will do. I meant remakes. In particular cases, it just depends on the particular
It depends.
movie.
I mean, like I would watch a remake or a sequel depending if somebody wanted us to watch it.
Well, sequels. We have a lot of sequels we have to do. We've got like Rocky. We've got Planet of the Apes. I mean, there's a lot of sequels we have.
I was saying the remake. It depends on the situation.
Right.
Does it look good, or if they want us to watch it, I would. But it's not something particularly that I would, by myself probably watch.
Right. Well, we've heard that Twisters was not good.
That one had it was a mixed bag.
So that's off the table.
Roadhouse, I won't watch. I don't care. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal is not a Patrick Swayze. They're not even in the same field.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I'm like, we're not opposed to watching the newer Body Snatchers or the newer Cape Fear. I mean,
I think it's just because those were recommended to us first too.
Right. And yeah, because a lot of them that we've been doing, like we may throw in a few that we're just like on what we want to watch, right? So we don't go on everything, but we have such a long recommended list. And if people recommend the OG one, then we go with the OG one. You know what I mean? And if our patrons, when they do their spin to wins, because they have a lot of input in this, if they want an OG one, that's the one we go for. So that it just depends. You know what I'm saying? Twisters focus too much on their side story instead of the namesakes. Oh, the namesake of the movie. Yeah, I don't want to see it. I mean, I think Twister was just good as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was a side story, but like it's about twisters. You know what I mean?
Tornadoes. Yeah.
I mean, tornadoes. Like, how much more can you really delve into it?
I don't know.
I mean, that's my personal.
I didn't care for it. That was just when it came out.
But the first one was so good.
We have it on Blu-ray.
No, do we? But does that make sense, y'all? So, and like again, it depends on what y'all recommend to us. So
yeah, like people recommended the original Mad Maxes, and we were also sent Fury Roads. I mean, that's not a question. We've also watched that one. You know.
There you go. See?
You know what I mean?
Jelly beans. So that is that. Yeah. So you just tell us. I mean, like Joseph, do you want us to see the Cape Fear 91? Do you want to see this? Do you want us to see Body Snatchers 93? Do you think that, or we just watch it on our own time? Do you think the reaction, we already know the movie, it's going to kind of ruin the reaction? You guys let us know.
You let us know, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. I am excited to pick up with Rocky again. It's been a while since we've done Rocky.
I want the physical copy of all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
I said that a couple of days ago, I think.
Yeah. Rocky's so good. That's such a good movie. Such a good movie. I can't wait for that. And I know that quite some time ago, another TV show, and we're going to start it. I promise you this weekend. The Land of the Lost. We're getting there. We're going to probably do a couple episodes. 1, 2, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Because they're really short. If I look, they're like 22 minutes.
Kind of like Night Court.
Yeah. So that's why
you told me to put the short ones on the poll.
Yeah, because sometimes Night Court's not that bad to edit. It really isn't. And that's why I started out releasing just one at a time, and then I'm like, someone was like, well, put out a few at a time. I'm like, yeah. So that's why I did 4 and 3, and then.
Oh my Lord! Stop biting people!
Stop it.
It's
not a reaction until the cats start getting crazy.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah. So that's where it's at. So I keep looking at your list and I keep looking out there because
mine doesn't have specific dates like yours.
No, mine doesn't either because I have this whole list that we were supposed to do like 12 movies for February.
I didn't even put them in months. I just put
them already in March.
I didn't even put a month on them. I just put whatever.
I basically put them in the order, also like the watch-alongs, obviously, but then in the order of which like our patrons had them for their like general spin to wins and their exclusives. Let me see. We also have to do 8 seconds. That's the next exclusive SN. We got coming up on Patreon. Frank and Weenie. I forgot who wanted Frank and Weenie.
Dino wanted Frank and Weenie.
Dino. Yeah, because it has Mr. Stern. Danny loves. We're going to pimp that out again. Her favorite actor of all time, Mr. Daniel Stern. Oh, he puts out some good movies, though. I'm trying to see what else is
I still haven't asked for Battle of the Bulbs.
Oh, Battle of the Bulbs was good. Like Tommy. What do I got up there? Tommy Boy. It's because the ceiling fan's on. It keeps moving.
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Charade, 8 seconds. Tommy Boy.
Okay, that's all. You have to stop. Right, you can stop right there.
That's what
Yeah, Harry Potter. That's gonna have to be in parts. Yeah, I'm not even familiar with 8 seconds. Not sure why I was called up there. Oh, just because it's gonna be an exclusive.
Yeah.
And you're a patron. That's
Yes.
why. That's why I said that. So you'll be seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we might have more other patrons in here. They just haven't commented. So any other patrons, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
8 seconds has Luke Perry, and it's about I think Bronco riding, or it's a true story. It's based on a true story, so I'm excited for that. I love the ones that are based on true stories. Those are
I didn't even know.
Those are always.
I didn't even know what it was about until you said it now.
No,
I didn't even look at it to see what.
I had no idea.
The new Night Court, the old one.
The old one. The old one, Joseph. We've got
John Larroquette.
Yes.
Who also did the narration for Texas Chainsaw, by the way.
Yeah, just a little fun fact there. I had no idea.
And he got paid in weed.
That's so because he was friends with
the director.
That's funny. No, on the channel, Joseph, I have season 1 right now, all the way through episode 10. Tomorrow I will have 11, 12, and 13 out.
And I'm catching up. I'm on 8.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
I like it.
It's really funny. So no, I don't think I'm going to do the new Night Court because the old Night Court has a bazillion seasons. I mean, I think I could get through it fast, like doing 4 or 5 at a time. But what happened, if you're new to joining our lives, we from time to time have you guys. Well, the TV shows are voted on during the lives, and our watch-alongs are voted on during the lives. Mm-hmm. The watch-alongs every other week, so next week we'll vote on another watch-along. Mm-hmm. But anyone who was in here when we did the winner was Quantum Leap, you guys had voted on, and then you guys had voted on Night Court. And we put on like a bunch. We did a bunch of polls and kind of narrowed it down. And then the Land of the Lost was a winner during the lives, so they're all voted on during the lives. So, no, I'm not going to do the new Night Court. I'm just going to stick with the old one. And then when the old Night Court is done, because I think that'll be done before Quantum Leap, then we'll vote on another one. Yes. And then Better Call Saul's, if you are a patron, are on there. We got to pick up. It's been a bit. We took a hiatus from that. I got to get back to Better Call Saul. I gotta see what else is coming up for patrons. Hold on. This week, I feel so off. I told Danny, she even said the same thing. She's like, today is just so off. I feel so off. So,
It's just a very odd week.
Very. Oh, there's the exclusives because there's several exclusive. I also have to do another spin to any patrons who are in here. I won't call you out specifically, as in it's just to do comments, so that's why. If Ben or Lawrence or Craig was in here, I'd say same thing. Let's see. I think we're kind of caught up on. Okay, so 8 seconds. Yeah, we'll be doing that this weekend, and then after that, an exclusive. Now this is only on Patreon. Will be The Last Temptation of Christ.
Yeah.
These are all choices that our patrons give us. Then we have the Cheyenne Social Club as an exclusive coming up after that. Groundhog Day. And then we have to decide between these two for that one. I'm not sure. We have to do another one. I'm trying to do those every 2 weeks, but gosh. I mean, we need to get on I just need to get on a better consistent schedule. So sorry, y'all, that we're not.
We're working with what we have.
I know.
With the time we have.
It's true. And then let's see what else. Got to find summer school somehow. It was on Tubi or something, but now it's not. Now I can't find summer school. That was one that
it's hiding from us
for sure. Heartbreak Ridge is coming down the pike. The Magnificent Seven, the 60s version. Simon with Alan Arkin. Love him too. He is also fantastic.
Oh, he's funny.
Dave, The Black Stallion, The Last Castle, The Replacements. Yeah. And SN, we never got your options from our the last spin to win. It was like middle of February. So if you want to throw us 3 options there. When you get a chance, just send us a message on Patreon. I don't know what's my neighbor is like killing bugs or what. I hate sometimes living. I always like living on the lower level, but I like singular like duplexes, and I sometimes having upstairs neighbors in the butt. I'll provide extra options, but expect a okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
Totally.
I'll say the same thing titles if I must.
Oh yeah, I think you did say that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, add that one on the spreadsheet, Danny, under
Which one?
From 213 for just the regular. The spin ones for the just a regular poll.
Just a regular poll one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. No, you go ahead and say the same thing once. It's totally fine.
One?
We're gonna add Iron Giant.
This one?
No, not exclusive. The other one.
Which
Go up here. That one, yeah. Please send that one. Totally fine there. So we have a lot to catch up on. So just like bear with us. It's definitely different. They chose not to advertise it on release. It's basically a cult classic. Oh, which one? Oh, the Iron Giant. I've heard of it. I've never. See, you have. I have
put that on there.
What?
On
Yeah, Iron Giant. Yeah. Thought I'd be a loser, but the story was great. Doesn't that seem to happen though with a lot of them? Like at first, it doesn't like the theaters. Maybe it doesn't get a lot of traction, and then all of a sudden, it just becomes like, even sometimes decades, huh?
Yeah, it gets cult followings.
Yeah, decades later, sometimes they undersold themselves on it. Happened. I have heard that about a lot of movies that kind of like have a resurgence of.
Near Dark got released the same day as The Lost Boys, so it got swept under the current.
Oh, Near Dark is so good.
And then it got a cult following like years later.
Years later with it. So that one's so good. I'm glad you have a good memory, SN, because mine sometimes. I have a good memory sometimes, but sometimes not. This one, it's got steel crap memory.
Steel crap memory? Steel crap memory. Rude.
Still trap. I mean, if you want to say it's crap, sure, go for it. No. So yeah. So that's what happened this week, and then she completed her term, and my
with A's.
Yes, let's give her a round. Let's give her a round of applause, everybody.
Yes, with A's, and I have 3 more classes, and I'm done for good
with the bachelor's.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, because the program you're in, it just goes with 7-week terms, right? Yeah.
I have 2 weeks off. I'm happy.
Happy day. And I think spring break for this area here is next.
Oh my Lord.
Not this week, but next week. For like the school stuff. Yeah. For good, it's never for good.
There's like pending field. I'm almost done.
That's true.
Bachelor's.
That's true. Yeah, because you had mentioned something on a master's because psychology was really your thing, right?
Yeah, well, I meant for good for now. Let's say for now.
There we go. Yeah. Pending master's, maybe.
Question.
But master's is like writing a lot of theses and stuff, right?
Granted, I don't want an MBA, and I'm not ready to be a world's leading expert with a PhD.
Give up. Oh, that you don't. Granted, I know master, but a lot of people, man, to get a PhD, like what? You're in school for like 8 years.
For a while, yeah.
I don't know. I never got past an associate's, guys. So I don't know.
I'm winning. I'm beating you out already.
Yeah, I mean, you really are. We were just talking about that earlier. Yeah. Most of the family hasn't. I mean, you're the first grandchild.
But yeah, Master's these days goes both routes. One of the research season on that. He says PhD is 8 total typically. But the dissertation takes longer. For now, let's say that I'm done.
Oh, I got you.
Until I decide when I want to go back to.
And then your career begins, whatever that may be. Put out all those feelers soon to see who wants to. I mean, you'd be a good addition to any.
See who wants me
to any there. Company.
Let's see who wants me out there, guys.
He would. He's really smart.
Sometimes.
But you talked about like history too because you love history so much.
I don't know, but I'll figure it out at some point.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're all. I'm like not to teach me, because I mean, like obviously, I'm not the smartest person in the world, and you always want your kids to do better than you do, but I feel like you're like. Now, are you the smartest person in the world? No.
Why not?
But
you don't need to tell me.
But I mean, in a lot of ways, you're book smart. You're definitely common sense smart. You know a lot of like worldly smart thing. I mean, you just like know you're more educated. Maybe it's because of like
you didn't need to tell people I wasn't the world's smartest person out there. Okay, you didn't need to tell me either.
Well,
I'm aware. Thank you.
Well, most people are not the world's smartest.
I'm aware. I am not.
I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way. But I don't know what the percent. There's a very small percent that are geniuses. I'm pretty sure. The American dream is giving you. Yep, that's right.
My son has a master's. My son just doesn't want the MBA.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't want to be a people here. I want to be a technical.
Yeah, I get you. That makes sense. I get you. Yeah. It'd be hard. I mean, it's hard to be in charge of like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because you'd have so many personalities you'd have to deal with that you'd like want to punch them in the throat sometimes, I'm sure, on a daily basis, and you can't. You need to pick up on street smart.
Hey.
I mean, because some people, they can be like book smart, but they have no common sense that God gave them, and they definitely are not street smart. Or, and sometimes like street smart and common sense gets you farther in this world even than book smart.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up around it. I have experience.
And just doesn't want to do it.
Don't want to. I gotcha.
Common sense is not common. You got that right.
Oh, it sure isn't. Oh my God.
You would think, but no.
A lot of people, I don't even know where people's common sense are half the time. Or it's like, how they say people have selective hearing? Sometimes I think people have selected common sense. I feel like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know. Many people. I've never I feel like in a way I would be an okay leader for people.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I never wanted that responsibility. I just wanted to freaking do my job and like go home and not have to deal with other people. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be like called on my, like when I'm done with work, I want to be done with work. Like a dog, only if it benefits them, do they know it? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've known a lot of people that their common sense, I don't know. Even if I don't know. It blew farther than the wind could take. It was like another planet, I think, sometimes. And then it's like when you try to like talk to people that don't really have it's like you're just repeating yourself for no, like, it's in one ear and out the other. They don't absorb it. It's annoying. It's more frustrating for the person who's trying to be like, I can show you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some proof and some whatever, or just even, I don't know. I don't know. I've known a lot of people, like growing up, I know a lot of people that were really book smart. Like they focused a lot on studies. That wasn't me growing up. I mean, I was okay in school, but when I had to read stuff and absorb it, I would have to read things over and over and over to really absorb it. Unless it was really interesting. If it was really something that was interesting to me, like, oh, fantastic, right? But sometimes I wouldn't absorb things. And then not that I'm not saying I'm stupid. That made me sound stupid. But I like would constantly like if they said, because back in the day, I mean, growing up, like basically going to school and like especially my older years in the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it was like nowadays, even when you were in high school, you didn't carry around books.
No.
For anything?
In the bag, I'd carry the bag, not like carry it to a locker.
No, what I'm saying is, did they even give you physical textbooks?
I think some did.
But we used to have one for like every class, right?
Not for every class.
And then sometimes they'd be like, okay, well, read, chapter, and sometimes like I hated math and I hated science. So reading science, I think my mind would just wander off when I would start to read about it, and I'd have to keep reading.
For some reason, I think that was more for us, like elementary, middle school, where we had physical books.
Oh, I got ya. And then after that,
high school, we really did, but
you don't remember?
No.
Was it more like how would they teach you?
What?
I mean, what would you take home as homework? I don't remember. That's why for you. Because if they didn't say like read chapter 4,
would give us. Yeah, I think that they would also give us online, like.
Oh, you just read like that.
And then they would give us or like they'd print it out and then you have it online.
Oh, I gotcha. Hey, Ryan. Thank you for reacting to the Garbage Pail movie. It was pretty terrible, huh? Yes.
Hated math and science. Me too. I hated math so bad.
How dare hated math and science? How dare
science? I think
no. I think he said because he likes it.
Oh, so I hated math. I hated math so bad.
I hated math. Hold on, Ryan. We'll get back to you in a second. It's because even your generation and the younger generation of math freaking takes 5 pages to work out one problem. Well, I mean, I'm exaggerating. Back then, it was like, okay, long division, a couple steps and you're done. You had to have like a whole freaking formula and stuff. No.
I think the reason why is because they made it more confusing by giving us extra steps that weren't needed.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, there was some math that I was like, okay, this is not that bad, right? So I shouldn't say hate, but it's a teacher's way of teaching that made me like.
Because honestly, and it's just whatever the new math is that they teach, but like you could have got easily to the answer. Because sometimes they'd be like, this is the answer, but you're like, oh, we got to work it out in all these steps. I'm like, oh yeah, you're an engineer, so you love math and science. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I don't. Yeah.
Maybe it's more so not hating it. Maybe it's more the way that it was taught.
Maybe.
For me.
No, also. I say, okay, I'm not going to say, as I got older, science, I'm going to say straight out, I hate math. I hated math. Science, some parts of science are interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. Like, astronomy, I find is, like, really interesting. Different. As I got older, some parts of it are interesting. I hated chemistry. I think I barely passed chemistry.
That's Essen. It says the math is being taught to young kids in the most absurd ways. That's the way they taught us too. It was so dumb.
It is. It's ridiculous.
It's like you're making us take a much longer way to figure something out that I literally could figure out right now.
Oh yeah, the advanced math, the new math that they're teaching. Like our math was basic math, like but theirs is like it's just ridiculous. Okay, hold on. Going back to Ryan. Yes, the Garbage Pail Kids movie. It like thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like. So Booger Girl, Pee Pants Boy, like the bullies look like they were in their 20s trying to beat up this he said he was like 15, but and then her selling clothes and trying to have like a weird fashion show. It was just so stupid.
It was a lot.
And then they locked him up. Like everybody would have been locked up. It was like if you were too fat, too skinny, too ugly. They just all the Garbage Pail Kids. Remember that? Like Santa Claus was in. It was weird.
There was a lot happening.
It was goofy. It was definitely terrible. I felt more of an. I was more of an English and history person in school. I loved to write and love poetry and belong. Oh, that's great, Ryan. Danny loves history. I think I
think that's also what I excelled in. I understand more.
Yeah.
To me.
It was interesting to you because I think it was in junior high or something. You really got into, of course they teach, your state history too, right? And at that point you got into a lot with the Alamo and stuff. You really were.
It's because the teachers made it interesting to us. So that's what got me into it. But I think it also depends on the teacher. The way they teach 100%. It is why, I also kind of, for me personally, is why I kind of tended to gravitate towards one subject.
Because teacher makes 100% world of difference.
Sure. The way they taught math in school was stupid.
English teachers loved you though.
I don't know why.
In junior high, she was like their.
Even in high school.
They loved you, except for that one.
Me and him had beef forever.
She had a bonehead one. He had personal issues and he took it to school, and then he just basically would take
it out on the kids, and I'm like, dude, just go home.
Teacher was a joke. But excuse me, right? I did. You know what? I liked reading. I was a big reader when I was in elementary, and I think even in junior high. A little bit less in high school, but still to this day, I do like writing. I do like writing a lot.
With reading, right? I think what took me out of it is the fact that when you start getting assigned reading, it's like, this kind of sucks. Right. I think that's kind of what took me out of it is too.
Yeah.
It's like, I like reading for fun, maybe, or I did. But then when they're like, well, you need to read this, I'm like, I want to read this.
Like for English class, and they make you read like A Raisin in the Sun. I don't know.
Or for some reason, it just got really like, the way reading was more pushed, like in high school.
Well, even in elementary, like you could pick out your favorite books, but I remember we didn't have this point system, but it was like 800 points, and when did you get so many points? And then they'd treat you to, not Chuck E. Cheese, but whatever it was, and you get a reward. Mm-hmm. So they kept pushing, like, and sometimes, but I mean, I think then you could pick your own, obviously pick your own reading materials, and then they test you on it, which is kind of a joke, because why don't they just let you read for fun? Like, I read like all in elementary, all the Little House on the Prairie.
Elementary, I was like an avid reader.
Oh yeah, you really were. Let's see. Go ahead.
I want to get back into reading, because I used to love to read.
You used to read a lot. All math is math, also more power. Yeah, I got by in English without struggle, but I was not a fan.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how good the book is. If you're forced to, you won't enjoy it. Exactly.
That's true.
I think that's what happened. Is when they're like, you need to read this, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't want to.
And I really not like. I kind of like, depends on what the Shakespearean book is, but sometimes it's like you really have to focus, because the words, they're just the words, the way they.
I know that bookstores, they also do sell like a translated version side by side with
the Shakespearean version.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are a little bit more easier to understand and some not, but I mean, it just depends. I am fascinated by logging history. Oh, interesting. Also the history of Mackinac Island.
I like museums too.
Oh, say it again.
I love museums.
Yes. Anywhere we go, we hit a museum. It's just, you learn a lot at the museums.
Haven't gone to local ones recently, but I want to go back.
I'm trying to think of the last. I think the last one we went was a museum in South Dakota, perhaps. Went to some kind of museum, or with all the presidents. Was that in South Dakota, or was that here?
Was it in San Antonio?
Or maybe San Antonio.
It was a wax museum.
Was that what it was?
We went to that one. No, we went to one of them, Grandpa.
We go to a lot of them, yeah. And appreciate the Count of Monte Cristo enough for a class assignment. I knew of another class I had to read A Land Remembered, and I read it volunteer in the library. It's my travel book. Oh, nice.
I really do need to get back to reading.
You do. We have a lot of books on the shelf.
You started The Shining. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, it really has to, like, I know some books are slower to pick up, kind of to get into. So sometimes you have to give it a chance, maybe a chapter or something, right? Mm-hmm. But if I'm a couple chapters in and you really haven't caught my eye, I will not finish the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot on our bookshelf. It's just, well, now you got time to read. You got a couple weeks off. Because reading's,
I think our class assignment book senior year was Lord of the Flies.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I was just going off of.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even remember what. I have no clue what. I don't remember.
I remember because we had to take a test on it.
Was it good?
I skimmed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You're one of those skim readers?
Well, because I was like, I don't want to read this for class.
Oh, I see.
I was just like, I'm not into this right now, and I kind of just skimmed it enough to answer the questions.
And pass? I don't remember the fiction about family studying themselves in early Florida. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's awesome. And it's great because some books, they really can take you to places that, like, you just wish you could go, right? Or, yeah, I'm with you. I need to make time, even if it's just reading a couple chapters a day. I need to force myself to read. And I really have to be in the zone because I think I have adult ADHD sometimes because
you tested for that.
Yeah, because last night you were like, "Oh, you're pretty energetic," and I was like, "Again," she's like, "Sometimes you don't sit down," and I'm like, "It's because my brain. If I'm sitting, because I really have to focus. If I don't, my mind is thinking I should be doing this, I should be doing this, I should be doing this. Why am I sitting here reading? I have 20 other things to do, So I have to force myself. Mackinac Island and Mackinac City in Michigan have amazing museums. Both have many things to do hands-on. Mackinac Island is actually Michigan's one. Oh, nice. I think Ryan, you had talked to us. I mean, I think in one of the lives we were talking about Michigan, places in Michigan.
I think so.
Yeah, before. No, I've never been to Michigan.
Never been to Michigan.
Would love to visit, honestly.
I wrote that down, by the way. Esther's and Ryan's.
Oh, the books?
The book and then the museum place.
Oh, the museums. Would love to visit every state in the U.S.
We also talked about hitting museums in every state.
Yeah.
But that was like a year ago.
And I know, like, you know, of course, some states smaller than others, obviously, but and there's so many things like obviously Texas, like you can hit so many museums because literally where we live, it takes 12 hours to get to Oklahoma. But you know, like Florida is such an expanded. There's probably a ton of
obviously hitting the Smithsonian.
California. Oh my God. Yes. When I think I've said this before, but I think it was kind of like a graduation family vacation when I turned 18. And we had gone to New York and DC, and so we had seen at the museum. And I know I loved and appreciated it at the time, but I feel like now I would really appreciate it more, especially if I went with you, because knowing you just love history so much, I would just, oh my gosh, it would be so fun. The UP is absolutely beautiful. Summer, fall.
I want to travel so bad.
Yes, I miss traveling. I've been traveling a long time. I miss it. I miss it a lot. And not, you know, and even hitting like every state, you know, some you don't want to miss. Like, for example, South Dakota, like you at least for once should go see Crazy Horse. Just see, even though how it was made was just crappy because it's a whole thing with the Native Americans, right? But see Mount Rushmore. You know, certain states have certain pinnacle things that you might, you know, I can't think
of a lot of history.
You know, like Wyoming is what's that?
Sturgis.
Well, yeah, you would love Sturgis for sure. And you've probably been there. Have you been there? It gets a lot of people.
That little place, like it's like more touristy, but it's still nice. It's like Green something. You can buy it in here, Texas. We've been to it.
Groon,
yeah. It's
yeah,
nice. It's cute.
It's Groon, Texas, and John Travolta he filmed there for one of his movies, and I think it was Michael, if I'm not mistaken. I personally did not. Oh, you haven't?
The Padre did.
Oh, your dad did. Nice. Yeah, a lot of people go there. Yeah.
I don't know. History's interesting to me. History's interesting to me.
History is interesting. And you know, and like some people, for example, like I'll just pull, I mean, obviously we've been to Disney in Florida just because my brother lives there. So we've been there multiple times. Like a lot of people go for that, but there's other things that to see, right? California, you know, some people, they hit the touristy things like Disney or whatever.
A lot of horror shops over there that I want to go see.
But I want to see things that aren't, you know, they're touristy, but not like major touristy things because those are fun, or just like these, just like, yeah, would love to do that. I wouldn't trust myself driving an RV, so I don't think I could ever do like a cross country thing. But if I just got in like car and if I had the money and the time off to do it, I would love to just, or, you know, like one year you hit like this amount of states, right? Like in the East, this, you know, because I would love to, like Michigan, that area, because, you know, Brian, you say really great things about it. Would love to go to the New England states. I would love to go to Connecticut, Maine, you know, some of those Close Encounters of the Third Kind for Wyoming. Yeah. And it has one of the state park, isn't it one of the state parks? Why am I blanking? What's the state park that's there, y'all? Custer State Park is in South Dakota. It might verge off into there too. Why am I blanking on what it's called? I have heard there is a resurgence going on right now in Detroit, but not sure. I believe I still read about crime there.
Is it this one?
That's a big one.
Is that one?
No, Google national parks. My bad. Google big national parks.
Arizona, the Grand Canyon is it's huge. Like just actually walking it, like, you know, like actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't realize how big it is until you really walk and blow. And we did it with no rails, which was stupid.
Yeah, I wasn't with her on that trip. I lived in Arizona for a time, but I never went to the Grand Canyon national parks. I think it's Wyoming. Maybe I'm just wrong. I'm still blanking. When it comes up, I'll know. Yellowstone. Son of a gun. Isn't that in Wyoming?
I don't know. Wait, yes, it's in Wyoming.
Yes, I thought, okay.
First national park in the world located in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho.
Okay, there. Wyoming. I would love to go see Niagara Falls. I don't care if I'm on this side or Canadian side.
I've never been.
We've been to Canada.
To Niagara Falls, no.
Oh, that's Niagara Falls, but to Canada. I've never been international.
What's that one little waterfall we saw in South Dakota where you could climb up and look over the thing?
Well, those are just the Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
The falls.
They're pretty, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
No, they're really pretty. If you ever get to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, there's the falls there. It's really
walking the Grand Canyon with no rails and kids.
Yeah, that was a stupid thing your dad did. That was dangerous. Somebody could have easily slipped.
I was like, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, like, it's like, yeah, you see, like, pictures how big it is, but then you're like, whoa, you're walking the Grand Canyon. You actually do it.
Crazy.
I was like, I kind of envy the people who got to walk down the stairs to go down, like.
Yeah, you wouldn't catch me doing that because I have a really intense fear of heights.
What was it? We went to the caverns, and you gripped it so hard by the back of the shirt. I was like, okay, relax.
Caverns.
In San Antonio.
Well, it was within in the
Bat Caves.
Why? Because you're not going to fall to the edge of the caverns. I don't know.
You said you've been to Canada, and you said you've never been international.
Well, so I mean, I guess you consider that international. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess I meant outside of North America. There we go. But yeah. Okay, I'll retract that. So yes, I've been international where I've been to Canada and I've been to Mexico, just sort of like right here. Not a long time because the one
I went to Mexico, but I was like one.
You were small. So I'll retract that. But I have never been outside of North America. Let's put it like that. Going on. I think, Ryan, I heard somewhere that Detroit, they're trying to make it like really beautify it and just make a lot of the areas like to bring in a lot more tourists, like to make it a lot more safer. Is that true? Or, like you say, media is really trying to build up Detroit. Okay, so then maybe that's why. So it's still not really safe. So the UP is better to go, the Upper Peninsula.
I do want to go to the East Coast. East Coast
is awesome. There is Arches Park in Utah. I would love to visit that park. Oh, I would. Yeah, that. I love the national parks. SMB calling me out. That's funny. It's a relative. Yeah, we won't be going to Detroit, so we'll just hit the UP.
I do want to go to the East Coast.
Yes,
looks very nice up there.
You've never been to that, like? Well, I've never.
Arizona, Mexico. I'm just thinking places like Arizona, South Dakota, Florida. I've never really gone to many states like that.
Well, we drove up there, so you've been through Oklahoma.
But through, not just like stayed. Like, I mean,
like, we stayed in Kansas,
Kansas,
Nebraska, Iowa. But I mean, driving through, not.
I'm not talking about driving through. Visiting. I mean, like, have we actually stayed for more than a vacation?
I've been. Okay, let's see.
I was in New York, haven't you?
Yep, I've been in Texas, New York, New Jersey, DC, Arizona, Nevada. Went to Las Vegas a very long time ago. Florida, South Dakota. I've been and lived a short time in Nebraska.
When?
Huh?
When?
Oh, back in my early 20s.
Okay, nobody ever brought up Nebraska, so I've never. This is new to me.
I mean, it's not a lot to brag about.
I never heard.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad place. I'm just saying, like, it's Omaha. It was one of the big cities, but it was not a good time of my life.
Saying it's the neighbor, okay.
All secrets are coming out here. Danny's like,
I'm like, what was this?
No, just for it was not a good time in my life. Or it was early 20. Wait, I'm trying to think. I might have even been like 20? 20? I don't know. Maybe 20, something like that. It might have been 20.
The East Coast of Michigan is quite pretty, peaceful, underrated beaches, and nice hotels in the shop. Oh, I want to go so bad.
Oh, yeah, that would be like that. I love the small town, the small town vibes where like the downtown with the little cute little shops and all that, and beaches. Well, in Michigan has obviously Michigan's got like all the Great Lakes, right? So, it's on cold. Oh, the East Coast of Michigan. I think, yeah, the East Coast of. I don't mind like moderately, like if it's
too damn hot in here.
Yeah,
out here.
I mean, literally today, 101. No, thank you. I don't mind 60s, 70s. 70s are perfect.
Ouch.
Oh, I love that. I also, I don't know. I've got my mind stuck on Connecticut because I feel like if any of you been there, they have a lot of small towns with like really beautiful, majestic small towns too.
I'm dreading the summer.
Ugh.
I'm dreading the summer.
Literally, it said. It could change, but the weather thing said on Friday it's supposed to be like 105.
I know.
But it's funny because today's 101, tomorrow's going to be like 79.
It definitely get sick.
Yeah, we have like really wonky weather.
People get sick.
So I like it when it's cooler.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it when it rains. And I like it when it's cloudy. It's because we have sun too much in the summer. I like cloudy days.
Same.
But yeah, Michigan might have to be on a top of the list to go visit up in the parts. But we'd just be going in the spring and the summer or the fall. I don't want to go in the winter. Red topped. Hey guys.
Hello. I'm near the coast.
I'm near the coast.
I'm near the coast, just waiting to find out what side of the state the hurricane passes by this year. To the center.
Oh, you're near the coast. Oh yeah. When does hurricane season start again? You guys got hit really, really bad, or like the remnants of it right this year.
It says June 1st through November 30th.
June? Crap, it's starting in a couple months. I changed the name slightly.
Remember, we got two really bad hurricanes. I think one was at the start of COVID,
mm-hmm.
and then one was I was like in middle school, elementary.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those two.
Yeah, I think we lost power for a couple days.
Because I remember the apartment we were in, it started flooding the latest one.
Well, not inside the apartment.
Remember, some water came in through the door.
Oh yeah, the door wasn't sealed properly, so the wind. Yeah, we got some by the front door. Yeah, I hate hurricane weather. I don't know honestly what like. I mean, I've been in both. I've lived in blizzard conditions,
and then we randomly got tornadoes after like 20 years.
I know that's weird. We never had tornadoes here before. Well, that's what people were saying. I've been here like, you're gonna be 24.
25.
In June, it'll be 25 years from here.
Oh
my God. I'm a fan of the weather. Yeah, the floral weather. It carrying across was worse than one. Yeah, that's true. Are mathematicians and school courses being discussed?
Mathematics, not mathematicians.
What? Oh, mathematicians are mathematics. Oh, mathematics. Geometry fan here. Yeah, we were talking about math because I said I hated math and science. You know what? Of all the math courses, I didn't like algebra. I did, but geometry was not bad.
Okay, I hated the teacher that taught us. She would get mad at us for everything. So like math.
So that made geometry bad for you?
I mean, it wasn't that bad compared to the other ones.
I liked all the angles and trying to figure out that stuff. Okay, so I will say but algebra I hated algebra. You'll get tornadoes off of the hurricanes. Yeah, it's weird though, but we didn't.
But it was so random. It was like 20 years. It was like.
Yeah, we didn't. I should say like hurricane, like to the point of like warnings where like we actually had to like get in the closet because we don't have basements here, which they didn't have before. Maybe in like the country areas and stuff, but not in the cities. And yeah, twice. My mom and I are actually planning a trip in the
summer on American Cruise Lines, which hugs the East Coast, and we can visit towns such as Boston all the way to Savannah. Wow, Ryan.
That's so cool.
Have fun, Ryan.
That is so cool.
I remember about geometry that me and a friend did all the homework for the day and first 30 minutes of class and spent the last hour playing Connect 4.
Oh my God. That was bad at science and math as well. Chemistry was a bane of my life.
Because I fell behind, never caught back up really. Yeah.
Oh man.
Math and science I was not good. It was interesting. I didn't know what it was.
It's funny. I remember in biology, that how they pair you up or put you in groups, and I was not a fan of the dissecting anything, and so the other person would do that. I would just I'd be like the note or the cleaner upper, and they'd be more the But like the class next to us, I remember they had to dissect a pig. But I don't think we must have been so far, but we never got to that point.
No, we were. I think we were too far ahead. We were on track. They
had their choice to dissect, and you were like, "Yeah, it ain't gonna happen with one of the options."
Well, the cat or rabbit, and majority of the cat class, like 99% went to a rabbit.
Well, yeah, who wants to do a family pet like that?
I was like, sorry,
I don't think so.
I still felt bad for the rabbit though.
Well, still, but didn't the teachers say that they usually take them because they were like something sick or what? Yeah. But still, ookies.
Yeah, the way that math is taught in science, that also didn't help, and how well prepared we are when I was.
No, teachers make a huge difference.
Yeah, the way it was taught, it was just, I was like, you're making us doing this a really dumb way when we could have figured this out.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like kids could really enjoy certain subjects a lot more if they really had a teacher who was passionate about what they taught, especially when you start getting like more into high school, because like especially like the ones that are coaches, they just teach it just because they have to. They're not always passionate about it. Like you know that you had a bad teacher.
When I got to where they brought up 3.14, it was I got lost.
Oh no.
I am a little nervous. Never cruise for. Hopefully, show Titanic in the Poseidon Adventure.
Oh no! Oh no, that's not going to happen.
Hope you have fun, Ryan.
They better not.
They showed Castaway, one of my international flights.
Get out of here! Oh no! Oh, what is wrong with them? They're very morbid people. Why would you do that? Why would they do that? That's sick, man. You had some sick puppies running that show on that flight. I've never been on a cruise before either. That's cool though. I didn't know that the cruises would just go up the coastline like that. That would be fun.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun. I mean, I've heard of the ones that have gone like to the Bahamas or Alaskan cruise line and stuff, but I guess I've never looked enough into it to do that. They just did the coastline. That's cool. That would be fun. That'd be exciting. You'll be fine. I mean, it's going to be a blast. But if you get seasick, get some Dramamine with you. I hear that helps. I always thought it would be awesome to be an architect or build using geometric shapes. There you go.
Architecture is interesting.
Yeah.
The only time I'm an architect is in The Sims.
Oh, in Sims?
The Sims.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I live close enough. To what?
PT. I only have one contact at this point.
Oh my God. You took one out. Your eye was hurting or what? People are going to think, why you just got one in? Hold on. Do I have to make it bigger? My eyes are hurting.
In Florida, Port.
Port. Is that what that means? PT? Port Canaveral. Port. Oh, it said PT. Oh, I didn't read Canaveral. I just got stuck on the PT. Oh yeah, I would have guessed that.
Port Canaveral. I should know all the cruises at sail. I just know the offshore.
I just know the offshore because here we are still. I didn't see the Canaveral. I was like PT, and then I didn't even read the rest. I gave up.
I was like Florida PT.
And I was like, wait, what? Port Canaveral. That's true. This is an offshore casino cruise. It would be fun to do a casino cruise. I want to go to a casino again. They don't have casinos here.
Never been. We saw a lot when we were passing through.
Yeah, they had one
in Oklahoma.
Yeah, really big one. Have it, my bad. No, I love slots. I love the slots machines. No, going back to the architect, I remember we had to do something like that in one of our classes. I don't know what we had to create. And it was actually kind of fun, but like, man, you got to be like obviously super detailed. They make good money though. They actually had a remake of the Poseidon Adventure called Poseidon with Kurt Russell. It was terrible. Gene Hackman was the lead of the Poseidon Adventure. Did we have that on our poll last week?
No.
Poseidon? Which one did we have for him? I don't remember.
The Royal Tenenbaums, I think.
Oh, was that one of them with Ben Stiller?
After math class camp, 3.14, 3.14 showed up in one of the science classes, physics with element charts. I don't think I was good at physics.
I never had to take it.
I did.
Why?
And all the kids in there were stupid, so that didn't help either.
Oh, jeez. Well, then you felt smarter than everybody, no?
Well, not stupid, but I was stuck with all the kids who didn't really put in the work.
Oh, did you have to do a lot of group work?
Yeah, you had to pair up with the people sometimes. I'm like, come on.
Oh, so you ended up doing everything or what?
I'm like,
Oh my God.
So there would always be one kid, at least in a group sometimes, where it was just lagging. I was like,
there's always one in the group that just doesn't put in the right, but the teacher knows. I have a feeling, Red, you prefer to eat pie than deal with 3.14 pi, right?
I went last week. Last mile from home, I had a flat tire. Tire cost me $1 less than I won.
Oh man,
feels intentional.
They were saying,
Cobalt. I remember cobalt.
Cobalt
from the chart.
Oh, I don't know.
You want to look at the elements chart is?
Well, I know what the element is. Is it CO? No, cobalt something else. See, I tell you, I wasn't good at science.
I had a minor mathematics. I went past calculus to
Oh
special equations. I said, "Why you were so smart?"
You're smart. Well, I say that engineers are pretty smart when it comes to the math and science.
And for what math at all.
Unless you just slid by and you were one of those goofballs in Danny's class, and I'll just hang out of the tailcoats of everybody else.
I was like, nobody's helping anybody. You guys are kind of useless.
You always ended up with a group of people who just didn't put in the effort.
Even in college, I had to do a whole PowerPoint with multiple slides by myself.
And you were I remember you were saying you were reaching out to people.
I was like, hello.
And then finally somebody gave you some part of the thing. But I mean, you told the teacher.
And then I got the professor. Anyways.
Well, yeah, and the other kids probably failed. Too bad for them. You got to put in the effort.
Table of elements.
That's why I say that you're more like the leader. I think people like you just, you know what I mean? They're like, okay, she's going to be in charge. She's going to delegate what we have to do or whatever. Almost like you have to babysit them in groups sometimes. Right? Table of elements.
Table of elements, yes.
Yeah. Took me a minute. Sorry. I haven't been in school in a million years. Cobalt. I don't remember what all there are. Which one's the thing for CO?
I'm pretty sure it is. Or was I thinking something else?
Why was I thinking carbon monoxide? No, not carbon monoxide. Carbon something.
I can't see these are so small.
Well, make it bigger. You can make the thing bigger, can't you? I don't know, y'all.
Our teachers were kind of mean, so that didn't help either.
We're on advanced algebra. Oh, I don't even remember how far. I know that back in the day, they used to say algebra 1, algebra 2, algebra 3. I don't even think they called it. Maybe they had advanced, but I wasn't smart enough for that group, probably. I think they did algebra 1, algebra 2, geometry, and then we had to do algebra 3, I think. And then it was physical science, biology, and then I think I took chemistry. I'm so stupid. I took chemistry as an elective. Yeah, I think I got a D in that one. And I remember because your grandpa was so mad that I didn't want to tell him I got a D in it. And then I was like, I got a D. And then I think I kind of remember this real quick story, and I'll make it quick.
Oh, Lord.
I would fall asleep a lot in that class, and then the teacher would move me to the front. It was boring to me. I'd fall asleep. Because every time, when you could pick your own, I'd go sit in the back. I didn't want to sit in the front. If they just said if there was no assigned seating, and then he moved me to the front.
I always sat in the back if I had the option to.
Son of a gun, I always fell asleep. Gold, silver, aluminum, all that. 12 to the 5th. Oh my God, I hated those powers.
Family history. Everyone is blessed in one way or another. Mine was math. Mine was history. And English for some
Where did you
reason.
see that at? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're lucky.
Biology is interesting. Was I good at it? No, but
No. I mean, and like we had like earth science was fine.
Yeah.
I don't feel like astronomy is a bit interesting, learning all that. I mean, I'm just saying that now as a 50-year-old, but I remember in elementary school, I was pretty good when it came to spelling. We're gonna go back to elementary school because yes, I was really good at spelling because the ones that got on their pre-test, if they got 100, they got to go up for because you didn't have to take the final test if you passed the pre-test.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to go up there and read off the words for everyone else. It just felt like so special. I remember that.
But my history teachers were cool. So
you did have pretty good ones, didn't you?
I like history, English, geography. Or I wasn't decent at geography, but I think I'm more interested in learning subjects or learning about these subjects now that I don't have to.
True.
For testing.
That's true. When it's forced upon you, it's not. 1 second. I didn't mind geography. It's so funny. I think I talked about this in a live where I was like, "Oh, Danny, I was so good at the state capitals," and then she starts with like the first one or two, and I'm like, and she's like, "Wrong." Oh, back in the day, I was good at it. No, geography is interesting. The topographies and learning all that kind of stuff, but for temple will be Tuesday, Thursday. I know whatever day it works out, whenever I can.
Whatever day.
I try for Tuesday, but let's see, Alien from LA with model Kathy. Oh my God, she was acting. There's also Howard the Duck. I think we have
Howard the Duck. It should be somewhere in the middle, I think.
Yep, got that on there.
Should be there.
So is it one of those movies that some people think it's bad? Some people
it's a mixed bag, kind of.
It's a mixed bag.
I'm guessing.
For that one, but I think it's on. Do you want to go on the list? I think it's on there, but
it is on the list. I just don't know where it is on the list. It's in the middle, I think, somewhere.
Well, you can find it.
I'm looking.
No, finding the just the recommended section. If you scroll down,
yes, I know where it is. That's why I said I'm looking.
Astronomy is interesting. It is. I find. Well, I mean, I find it interesting now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I felt like back in the day. I felt like I hated taking I should have taken Spanish in high school because everyone's like, that's the easiest language to learn. And I took German because I was like, because our family is from Germany back, whatever. Oh, I didn't do good in that. I did not do good in German. Bad and terrible are not. I just do terrible because terrible for Tuesday or Thursday. That's why.
Are you Howard the Duck?
Tim Robbins is also in Howard the Duck. Oh, I like Tim Robbins.
Howard the Duck is the next one after Monster Go-Go.
Oh, so in a couple of weeks we'll have Howard the Duck. I wanted to be an archaeologist. Oh, nice. See, that would be interesting. Like pulling up all that stuff. That would be.
We kind of did that. They kind of do a little baby version of that in daycare where they would put stuff in like this big box and we'd have to like
dig through and learn about also random rocks they just picked off the beach.
I don't know.
I'm joking. I don't know.
That's what I kind of vaguely remember.
I'm just joking. Marine biologist, maybe veterinarian. Well, that's what you initially wanted to go with.
Then I was like, I can't do this. Never mind. And then I switched.
Was it because you didn't want to see a lot of sick animals?
I don't know what it was. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then I was like, never mind.
Or you just didn't want to go through all that schooling?
I don't know.
It'd be tough to see a lot of sick animals, right? The thing is, you're not just working with cats and dogs. You'd have to work with snakes and.
I think that was also. I was like,
or whatever, birds or whatever. Unless you're like one that just if you live like in a smaller town, then you have to do like horses and cows and piggies and all that. But
I think it was the schooling. I was like, do I want to do this?
We're truly committed to the animals, not cheap, lots of knowledge, right? I would like to know how to save animals and people. I always say that if I had a lot of money, and I was able to, I would love to open a cat rescue. I mean, I love dogs too, don't get me wrong, but